Yes, Shrestha, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, Shrestha, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you doing?
Ma'am, good.
And how is everyone at your home?
Ma'am, good. Ma'am, how are you?
I'm also well. I'm very well. Okay, now, Shrestha, I will be recording the class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it okay with you? No?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now, see,
Yes, ma'am.
without wasting time, now see, this is a story, the chapter A Little Princess, written by Frances Burnett. Okay. And popular novels. And this is a story here. The central character is Sarah, a little girl of 11 years, and her birthday is being celebrated in the extract given in your book. Actually, it is a entire story, but the entire story is not taken into your book. Only a small extract has been given. So here, her 11th birthday is being celebrated, and she has come all the way from India to London in a boarding school, and her father sends her there so that she can get good education, and she's surrounded by the people of her culture. So she is being sent here, and her birthday celebration is going on. And then she gets many gifts that day. She gets a very pretty huge doll, and whom she names as Emily. I don't think the doll's name is written in your text. Anyway, she names the doll as Emily, and then there is the headmistress whose name is Miss Minchin. She does not like Sarah. Okay, but because Sarah is very wealthy, her father is a very rich man, the students in her school start liking her because she is very rich. And similarly, Miss Minchin also doesn't like her, but she has to show that she likes her because she's very rich. And then she gives a speech on her birthday, and Sarah asks Miss Minchin that can she play with there's a girl who is actually she's a maid, but then Sarah is a very light-hearted girl. She is full of imagination, friendliness, and she loves all the people and students and everyone around her. So generally people have a liking for her. But what happens, some people envy her because of her wealth. So this is the thing, and then her birthday celebration is going on, and then suddenly there is a twist in the story, and something very saddening happens, and that's how the entire lesson is like it is totally changed. And what happens, Sarah's father's solicitor comes there and to inform Miss Minchin that Sarah's father is no more, and whatever fortune he had has all been lost because of a certain accident. He was involved with some friend, and he wanted to open a diamond mine. He want to invest in a diamond mine, but what happens, it is not successful. So the thing is that Sarah loses every penny, and she becomes a pauper. And at this point the story ends, but actually there is lot more. And then what happens, please on your video, beta. Yes. And what happens that suddenly Miss Minchin doesn't like her, and then she takes away all the privileges Sarah was being given because she was wealthy. And then gradually a lot many things are there. I'm not going into that much detail because that is not included in your text. Okay, so now have you understood the summary of this lesson? Please unmute yourself, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I'll be doing the text line by line. Okay. Now see, it is not
Yes, ma'am.
now it is not mentioned in your text because it is only an small version of the actual book. The thing is that Sarah indeed becomes a pauper, but what happens after a few years, she again gets all the fortune of her father because her father's friend comes from India all the way long from India to search for his friend's daughter, who is Sarah. And then he gives the entire fortune that he has got from the this one diamond mine to Sarah. And then Sarah again becomes a she becomes a benefactor of a she becomes a benefactor of a diamond mine. So first she is very rich, then she becomes a beggar or a pauper, and then again she gets the the entire fortune. But that is not included in your text, so I'm not going into details. Only the thing is that her friend says that, could you suppose and pretend if you are a beggar? So she says that you are rich, so you can suppose things, but suppose you were a beggar, you would have imagined things like that. So this is the ironical situation created by the writer. Okay, up till here clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how was the class?
Ma'am, good.
Okay.